Hello, this is Dr. Peter Swanz with Vital Force Naturopathy. Thanks for joining me today. I'm sitting outside of my office. It's a beautiful, beautiful spring evening here, and I want to talk briefly about allergies. If I sat here long enough, you'd probably eventually get to see actual pollen forming or settling on my body. That's how thick the pollen gets in Kentucky in the spring. It's really a bear for people, and people will often move to Kentucky and say, I never had allergies my whole life, and then since I moved here it's been pretty horrible. I was one of those people that really suffered with allergies for a long time. I lived on antihistamines year-round when I was in Kentucky, but there's some things that I've learned that have really made a big difference, and there are ways that I avoid needing to use antihistamines pretty much most of the time. Now, I tell patients all the time, I'm like, if you need to use an antihistamine once in a while because you're having a really horrible day, oftentimes it's following we've eaten foods that we're sensitive to, and so that's raised our inflammatory burden and made us more susceptible to the allergens, the pollutants in the air. But the thing that concerns me is when people who are like me need to be on it day in and day out year-round. That's a problem. We need to get to the underlying cause. But what we want to do when things are flaring up seasonally is, first, I always have patients use a neti pot. It's not just for colds and sinus infections. It works amazingly well to wash the pollens out of the nasal mucosa, to clear out the sinuses and really wash away those allergens that are in our nasal passages and are causing that inflammatory reaction. So we can actually wash them out. Maybe do a neti pot as much as twice a day. I'm sure you've heard it before, but the key things with the neti pot is that the water is a nice lukewarm medium temperature, and that the salinity is balanced. You don't want it too salty or not salty enough. That's when you get irritation and aggravation using the neti pot. The other thing that I want patients to do is up their fish oil. We need to be getting about 1,000 milligrams of EPA a day from a really high quality fish oil, not the crappy fish oil that you buy in the your local discount drugstore, at your bulk store. It needs to be a good quality fish oil. It shouldn't smell too fishy, taste too fishy. You shouldn't be burping up that fishy aftertaste. That's rancidity. That means the oil's gone bad. And you actually have to get the bottle and read on the label what is the dosing and how much EPA are you getting. The EPA is crucial for the inflammation and the allergies, so we want 1,000 milligrams a day. And then the third thing that I would suggest is using some probiotics, some beneficial bacteria for the gut. These probiotics are one of those things that are extremely beneficial, but I worry when people are taking them every single day, year-round. If they stop, then they start getting gut problems, constipated, diarrhea, etc. If you're one of those people that needs to be on probiotics to have regular GI function, we're missing something there. But probiotics are so beneficial for our gut health, and our gut is one of our first lines of defense, and our gut surface helps control inflammation with the IgA mucosa. So using some probiotics to help keep the gut balanced, heal the gut in this time when our body's under a lot of external stress from the allergens, the pollens in the air, makes a big difference. So those are the three things I want to talk about today. Using your neti pot frequently, using fish oil, 1,000 milligrams of EPA, and then take a good high quality probiotic. Those are three great ways to stay on top of the allergens and have a happy, healthy, productive spring. So this is Dr. Peter Swanz with Vital Force Naturopathy. Check me out on Facebook. You can check me out on Twitter. Thanks so much for listening, and have a great one. All right, take care.